Missouri. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Lewis wants to pass. Hauls it in. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Slithers into space. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Ducks in the hurry up.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt. They want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go right back to the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed on the outside, it's Stokes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He'll try it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Caught in the backfield, it's Davison. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll take it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The offense changing the play. Lopez wants to fire. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Here's the give off the left side. Turning it on!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. With the catch, it's Taylor. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! An extra point here will tie the game.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Sticks it in his belly. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. A little old-school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. You can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Ducks will have it first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a huge play. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Making side adjustments here. Lopez to pass. Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Davison. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisville. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes.
Hits the afterburners. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Tompkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move, he fires. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Lewis to throw. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. The give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. Finds his man. It's White. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Catch in the middle. It's White. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Love the effort, tried to toe tap, but at the end of the day, that's just a really good-looking incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. This one's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Past the 30. They've got the 1st down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Trying to blow his way in. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Lopez to pass. Moving out of the pocket. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really...
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Georgia, 21.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Just enough time for one final play in this half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's going for the big play. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Georgia, 21.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pulls it in, it's Hart. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Georgia going up tempo.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Running into the open space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Lopez wants to fire. Finds his tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Wiley. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's caught! Touchdown, Dogs!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Might be looking to run. Showing all kinds of confidence in that arm, throwing back to the right. Lots of room to run. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Oregon! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense...
There he goes! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lopez to pass. Catch in the middle. It's White. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wiley. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Davison. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice job by the fullback on that play. Was in pass protection first. He saw he could release out of the backfield, become a viable target for the quarterback, and gains a couple yards.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
The throw to the outside is complete. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that first down.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. It's a seam wide open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Lewis wants to pass. Pucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Tight end now in motion. Toss to the outside. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Eighth play of the drive coming up. Lewis to throw. Working that left side now. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hard running there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football, because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
is now
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. And they'll knock him down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. Lewis wants to pass. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And the Bulldogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The running back has it. Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. He's into the open down the middle. He's inside the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisville. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Caught behind the line. It's White. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Lewis to throw. Makes the grab. Plows through the defense. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
The play action fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Davison. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown Ducks! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lopez wants to fire. Quarterback moving. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hart. Looking for room at the 30. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught over the middle. It's right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Going for 6. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.